Hey everybody, continuing to chronicle the journey of the restoration of the 1984 Grady White Seafarer. Showing a little bit of the motor here today. Again, I went with Mercury, have a 300 Verado. This is the inline 6 supercharged motor, and I will tell you what, it has not disappointed me. It's been a great combination on this boat. It would not be if I didn't add this flotation bracket. So this is an important piece of repowering an older vessel that is not used to having something that weighs 600 pounds on the back of it. A lot of guys, you know, today will repower and then they're sitting well into the water and their scuppers are below water, but mine, you can see the original water line there is where I've maintained, and I come across, I'm actually a little bit sitting above that, so my scuppers actually are not buried, which is great, and I attribute that to the extra flotation I had designed into this bracket. Very happy with the bracket, all aluminum, and the performance of the Mercury is just outstanding on this boat. I'm very happy for that. So this is, again, as I said, an inline 6 supercharged motor. The new ones they just came out with are V8s. It'd be really cool to be able to take this one off and put one of those on to see, you know, just what is the performance difference, and, you know, are they as quiet and refined as the inline 6 supercharged? Do they have the, you know, snappiness of that supercharger? But, you know, for me, this is really cool to have on the back of the boat. So let me talk a little bit about what we've done to control the motor. So bear with me. Okay, so here's a shot of the transom, and I've been making some progress. Downriggers, muddy creek tackle, rod holder and rail system, which I love. But motor-wise, you can see in the back here, this is where I located the power steering unit. So this is where my dealer installed it, and just kind of give you a frame of reference, the size, in case you're looking to purchase power steering, which I highly recommend. It makes the motor control effortless. From a steering perspective, you don't get any torque steer or anything along those lines. I'm very happy with it. You know, regarding the transom, I'm building a cabinet here with my dad. So we're gonna have some doors. Got a nice trough here for just holding miscellaneous things. When you're fishing, you need a place to throw things, hooks, lures, whatever, screwdrivers, you know, pliers. And if you may recall from my other video, this used to be a cutout transom boat. And we redid the transom. We cut the gunnel out from here over, and then took that off, took out the pieces of the floor, and have totally redone it and put everything back together. It used to be like a splash guard that kicked up here. That's gone. The floor used to bevel down to the scuppers. I created scupper wells. That way, if we do, you know, have 4 guys on board, we all come to the rear of the boat. Water's not going to rush in. It, you know, water will come right into that little trough right there, and that's it. But you know, here you go. That's the Verado. Let's go to the Helm. So this is the Helm, which we've redone as well, and I have the Mercury top mount binnacle. So this is digital throttle and shift. So there are no cables going to the rear of the boat. I really like this binnacle control. You can put it in dock mode, and that allows it to, what it does is it restricts the motor output. So if you really gun it, it's not like in normal mode where all of a sudden you're going to be going fast. It restricts it, I think, by 50%. You can also do throttle only if you want to fire up the motor and just warm it up and, you know, hear the RPM go up, or you need to run the RPM up for whatever reason. Then you can control the brightness of the screen and the LEDs with this as well. The vessel control, Vesselview, is what I ordered. Now you can get normal gauges, and I wanted this because this interfaces with the DTS system binnacle. And what allows you to do, obviously you can look at your key outputs. So this is my main screen with RPM and speed, you get some fuel, my voltage, but you also have control over the vessel. So let me go to that. So here You can turn active trim on where it'll actually trim out your motor for you. I've not actually tried that yet. Smart Tow, which allows you to set up profiles if you're towing wakeboarders or skiers and have a certain, speed, acceleration profile, things of that nature. You can set that up. And one I use a lot because I'm trolling, at 1.8, 1.7 miles per hour, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 miles per hour is troll mode. So rather than adjusting speed with the throttle here on the binnacle, you enable troll mode, and then you can adjust RPM in 10 RPM increments, which I'll tell you is really awesome. Because when you're going with the wind, you can drop it down to 550, which is as low as you can go. And when I turn into the wind and I need to increase the RPM to hit my speed, you can just dial it in really super refined, right? 10 RPM increments, boom, boom, boom. Just hit the up plus key and it controls the engine. If you've used the old ones where you're sitting there playing around with the throttle on the binnacle and it's cable driven and you're just hunting for that sweet spot, this is fantastic. And having fished for most of my life, this is really awesome. There's also cruise control where you can set your speed and it's going to adjust RPM to maintain the speed value. That's also cool. I've not spent a lot of time in it. There's your controls at the top. If you want to change a number of different things with it, you can wirelessly interface. I don't know if it's really shown up that well, but I can hook up to my home Wi-Fi and then I can do updates. In fact, when I turned it on, it asked me if I wanted to do an update. And take your vessel control off. You can go to the Mercury screen, look at a number of things. There's also a GPS unit built into this. I use my Garmin, but if you so needed to, you can actually use this as a GPS unit as well. So I've got a fairly heavy boat with everything that I've added to it, and I cruise between 24 and 28 depending on conditions and load, 3,900 to 4,100 RPM. I know I need to tweak the prop a little bit. The one time I opened it up, I hit 48 miles an hour, but I was not getting to the sweet spot of the RPM range. 48 is fast, I can tell you that, in this boat. So it's like a rocket. If you're going 25 and you pound the throttle down, you better be holding on or you're going out of the back of the boat. It's that supercharger is wicked. You got a lot of torque there. So I'm very pleased with that. Not real happy with my dealer, and that's just another unfortunate story of customer service and expectations not being met. For example, things that I discussed that I wanted, pretty simple. I want the motor, I want power steering, I want Vesselview, and I wanted a prop. And we discussed all those things several times. Motor shows up, I take it down to get rigged, don't have all the things that they need, no prop, and then they give me a song and dance about how they don't come with a prop. Okay, well, paid a lot of money, we talked about props, I don't have a prop. So they gave me an old used prop, things like that. Drilling a hole through the side of my boat, not really taking responsibility for those things, and then not having the Vesselview linked in properly, which cost me an extra 500 miles of travel time. But at any rate, going beyond that, very pleased with the Mercury and the Verado series in particular, how it's running, the refined smoothness of it. And if you have an interest in knowing more, please reach out to me. I hope you can watch some of my other videos. I'll be making some updates on this in the future. May get some running shots, put them in here as well. But yeah, if you're looking to put a Verado on the back, I highly recommend it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being on my channel.